one, coming into this fight, of course, the only person to ever beat him was John Jones. People call John Jones the greatest of all time. But of course, he tested positive for steroids. As Daniel said this week, he feels because John Jones tested positive for steroids, that removes him from any conversations about being the greatest of all time. Much like Anderson Silva. And I've got to be honest, I agree with him. I agree with him because, you know, it's a shame for those guys. It is, because steroids alone don't give you the ability to do the amazing things that Anderson Silva did and the amazing things that John Jones did in his career. The youngest ever light heavyweight champion, and the way he was destroying them. Of course, you know, that's technique, that's skill, that's talent, whatever you want to call it. But when there's steroids involved and it's not a level playing field, that does change everything. It does affect the conditioning, the recovery, all kinds of stuff, power, whatever. Could they throw the same techniques with the same speed and ferocity and power if they weren't on steroids, etc., etc. So anyway, listen, I don't want to turn this into a steroid conversation, but there are some of the reasons why there is an asterisk. So for that reason, I do believe I'm on the same page as Daniel Cormier, and when he's on the same page as Daniel Cormier when he says Anderson Silva and John Jones are out of the equation because of the positive test. So it's a shame because they're amazing. So what does that mean? That means that Saturday night, Daniel Cormier went out there as the light heavyweight champion, who's only ever lost to John Jones, as a former heavyweight Strikeforce Grand Prix champion, and the current light heavyweight UFC light heavyweight champion, which is an amazing resume. Went into the UFC, 226, took on the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, defending the belt 3 times. That's never been done before. Did them all in spectacular style. Knocked out Verdun, knocked out some other people, I forget right now, and went the distance with Ngannou. Daniel Cormier went in there Saturday night and knocked him out inside the first round. Knocked him out cold. Well, not cold. Knocked him out, dropped him, followed it up, knocked him out momentarily. Referee had to step in and save Stipe.
Michael Bisping and Louis Gomez on DC and Brock. Shout out to Mike and Louis. Subscribe to their podcast, Believe You Me. Subscribe to Livewire, man. Yeah. Listen, I like their take on this, man. But everybody's so focused on what happened after the Stipe fight. The whole promo thing where Brock came in and, you know, he pushed DC. Made DC look real small, man. I won't lie. Any case, everyone's focused on that. They're not focused on the actual reality of DC fighting Brock Lesnar, right? Now, I think DC's going to win this all day, every day. I don't think it's going to go past the first round. Simply because of who Brock is taking on. Remember, Brock fought Cain Velasquez not too long ago. And Cain beat the brakes off of him, man. If you perform like that against Cain, I don't think you're going to lose against DC. Because DC and Cain are essentially the same fighter. Never mind the fact that Brock came in insulting people who, technically speaking, could beat him, man. I don't think Brock could survive a match against Stipe. That's for damn sure. I don't think Brock can take on Stipe and be the winner of that fight. If you factor in guys like Ngannou, well, the Ngannou that pitched up to fight Derek Lewis all day, every day, Brock wins that. Brock wins that fight, right? But the Ngannou that pitched up against Alistair Overeem, no, he's not winning there. DC beats all of those guys any day of the week, twice on Sundays, Jack. I don't see how. We all know how this fight is going to end. I just want to see it end. I just want to see it, actually, you know? Because after this fight, it's Johnny Bones, buddy. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.
This here the spot, because Tucky says we're supposed to set up shop here. Amsterdam.
Yeah, this is it. Set up anywhere inside where we got the white flags.